the meaning of insanity. When you keep voting for the same people and expecting a different result, and then allow them to blame the white man and to blame Republicans when there's no Republican or basically white people in the city government or elected in the city.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Damon K. Jones, and welcome to another edition of the Publisher's Desk, powered by Black Westchester Magazine and blackwestchester.com. Now, listen, we need to have a real honest conversation tonight. Not an emotional one, not a political one, but just a real conversation. Because something has changed. Do you feel it? I feel it. I don't know. Do you feel it? See, the question is simple. Has the black struggle, the black American struggle, been hijacked? Or has it been stretched so far that it no longer belongs to us, Black America? See, there was a time when the black struggle, brothers and sisters, in America was clear. The history of slavery, the history of Jim Crow, segregation, and fighting for basic citizenship. It led to moments like Selma. It led to laws like the Voting Rights Act. That struggle was specific. It was earned by descendants of slaves. The Edmunds Pettus Bridge is not just a bridge. It was where Black Americans was beating for demanding the right to vote. That's not symbolism. That is our history.
It's our moment because our time has come to defend our rights. Yes, this is one step in that great legacy. Let's march with solemnity. Keep hope alive! 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 Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Somebody! 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 Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Now let's pause, brothers and sisters. They're chanting, "We shall overcome. Keep hope alive," using the same language, standing on the same ground. But here's the question nobody wants to ask. Is it the same struggle? See, because that is the question that matters. Now, let's be clear on something. Nobody's saying that immigrants don't have rights. That's not the argument in this discussion that we're having tonight. See, the argument is not every issue is the same as the Black American struggle. See, Black Americans, we were enslaved in this country. We were segregated by laws. We was denied constitutional rights. See, that's a historic claim that only Black Americans can claim on that. And it's not being disrespectful to anybody else. It's just we have a history and we have a struggle that is unique to Black America. See, but over time, something changed. The Civil Rights Act stopped meaning one specific struggle. It became a catch-all category. Now it includes immigration issues, gender issues, every form of equality. And when everything is civil rights, nothing is specific anymore.
Did African-American political power, by the way, because of the demographic changes, just basically made it, both parties have paid, especially Democratic Party, a lot of attention to what Black voters want because they're a huge part of the Democratic coalition. And now that's not true. And so, it's not, this is a complicated question. Anyone who says, oh, it's just white racism is, what is your average black person in Chicago, native born, family been here 300 years? What does he think of watching his city overwhelmed with illegal aliens? You know?
Exactly what they think. I was up in Chicago last week. I met with hundreds. I met with black pastors. Black pastors are upset.
Well, they should be upset.
Yeah, they feel like, people who are not supposed to be here, enter the country legally, which is a crime. I'm going to keep talking about that, are getting massive amounts of care, right? Free hotel room, 3 square meals a day, free medical care. And the black community feels left behind because a lot of these people are, they could use some of that tax money in Chicago to help them.
Of course.
And they're taxpayers. They should have the first chance to get some of that help. But the mayor of Chicago just, he's ignoring his own community. And,
this is a democracy, so we make decisions based on population size. And if you dilute the population, you dilute the political power of the people who are born here, very much including black people. So really, it's a takeover of our government, of our democratic system. And I just want to say it for the third time, it completely disenfranchises black people. And they're, black leaders in Congress who supposedly speak for black people, they sold them right out, actually, back.
Now let's strip away the politics, brothers and sisters, to the core idea. Political power follows population. Resources follow political pressure. That's not a conspiracy. That's just how the system works. But here's where the tension comes in. When long-standing black communities see new groups receiving immediate support while their needs remain unmet, the question becomes, who is the priority now when black America gives 90% to 95% of their vote to one party? See, this is where everything connects. It's not about attacking immigrants. I don't want people to think that I'm attacking immigrants. It's not about denying anybody's rights. I don't want people to think that I am trying to deny somebody's rights. It's about the definition and ownership of that narrative. See, because when you take civil rights language, civil rights symbols, and our civil rights history to apply to everything, you lose the original meaning. Case in point, look at the word woke. It came from black culture. It meant stay aware of the racial injustice. Stay aware of your surroundings when you're driving at night. Watch out for the cops. Make sure you turn your left light, your right light. Make sure your brakes are working. Make sure you're not speeding. Now, it means everything. See, that's what happens when you create the language but don't control the meaning. That's why, brothers and sisters, the right can make mockery of the word woke because white liberals took it and they twisted it into something that is not what it was when it started in the black community. See, they're stealing our struggle and we don't even see it. And the only thing they have to do is tell us is to hate Donald Trump. And because of the fact that black people have been denied justice for so long, anything that seems like it's going to help us get ahead, even though it goes against our struggle, we latch on to it with our emotions and not our logic.
You make kind of a provocative comment in your new book here, Mugged, and I think it's on page 151. You write that various groups, feminists, gay rights groups, and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the black civil rights experience. Yes. What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated blacks like children and many of their policies have been harmful to blacks. At least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions, but or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left. They dropped the blacks after 5 minutes.
Immigrant rights are not civil rights?
No, I think civil rights are for blacks.
See, this is essentially the problem, and the Republicans
What
don't understand.
what have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
But you see, most of us are either immigrants or are the descendants of immigrants, and
Well,
we understand that not everybody. There are Native Americans, but we understand in this country. Understand in this country that kind of self-deportation, making things so difficult for immigrants, for undocumented immigrants, that they have to leave, or the DREAM Act, vetoing, threatening to veto the DREAM Act, which is what Romney has said. I mean, and again, we have Governor Romney, who is basically taking a position that is anti a large and the fastest growing segment of the electorate.
And here's the thing, if Republicans don't do something with immigration, and if Republicans are so far away from Latinos, they're going to lose not only this election, they might lose the White House for generations.
The future.
And Texas could turn
That's why the
from red to
Democrats
blue.
are dropping the blacks and moving on to the
They're not
Hispanics
dropping the
because they're a
blacks. They're not
larger group of Hispanics now. But could I just say to Jorge, I hate to disagree with you when you're attacking President Obama, but I think the point on immigration is you can have open borders or you can have a welfare state. You cannot have both.
Did y'all hear what he just said? He dismissed our struggle and said, well, there are more immigrants.
What have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
But you see, most of us are either immigrants or are the descendants of immigrants, and we understand not everybody. There are Native Americans, but we understand.
After everything black people went through, after everything we fought for, because there are more immigrants, their priority number one, not the people that vote 90% of the time Democrat. And you know why there are more immigrants? Because the Joe Biden administration left all the borders wide open. And black people are not the priority. You're only the priority when it comes to voting. And that's why they push emotions through the black woman, because she's the major voter. But yet, they really don't even fight for black women's rights.
Have an unending influx of immigrants into the country. And that's what Dr. Price is talking about. And nobody, no black politician, no black organization wants to deal with that issue. They will avoid it at all costs, even though in their hearts they know that's one of the biggest problems for black folk. We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years, approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a third grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2, you all jumped ahead of me, but anyway, you can guess what you're going to get when you become number 4. And the worst part about it is as you descend and go down to number 4, those other groups are going to go up. And as they go past you, you're going to have major racial clashes in this country. You're going to have fights all over this country between blacks and Hispanics, blacks and Asians, blacks and poor whites. And black folk cannot fight all these groups. Everybody can not always be against black folk.
And you can see it. You can see it in today's politics. It's all about protecting migrants. It's all about stopping ICE. And then y'all Negroes are sitting there and y'all are cheering on this stuff, and they're not even fighting for you. Your educational system is failing. Your communities look horrible, but you want to demolish ICE. ICE ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the black community. And the fact of the matter is, they take the migrants and they put them in the black community and give the migrants the benefits that you're supposed to get as black Americans because you put your vote in one party.
Mayor Johnson, Governor Pritzker are spending hundreds of millions of dollars on illegal aliens while regular Chicagoans struggle. Schools are crowded, crime keep rising, and families can't afford food or rent. Yet our leaders still put illegal aliens first. Over 56,000 illegal aliens are living in Chicago homes, while our veterans and homeless sleep outside. Cartel gangs like MS-13, Trendy Agua now have presence in our city. Fentanyl, guns, and human trafficking are flowing through neighborhoods that used to be filled with working families. ICE tries to stop this, but the judges, the Illinois Attorney General, the Chicago's Teachers Union, certain clergy members, the mayor, and the governor block them every step of the way. This is not compassion. This is failure. This is a betrayal of the people they were elected to protect. Chicago is broke. We're in a $1 billion deficit, overpriced contracts, and shrinking middle class.
Then they say they're coming after us. No, they're not coming after us. We got this thing twisted, and nobody wants to talk about it. So now we're here, brothers and sisters, different groups, different histories, same label, and expected to move the same way. But the reality doesn't work that way. We don't even have a black agenda. Black people don't even have a national black agenda. Not the NAACP, not the Urban League, not the National Action Network. Where is our black national agenda? Every other ethnic group, they have an agenda for their communities. What is the black agenda? And this is not good for Black America as we move into a whole new economic and digital age and AI age, and we have no agenda, and they have stolen all our hard work. See, when every struggle becomes the same, the original struggle disappears. This is why Black Lives Matter can rally for a migrant and then latch it into black struggle. No, we should not even allow that. And we took the whole Target boycott was over a migrant, over an immigrant, had nothing to do with black people. And then to get black women all upset and all riled up about it, they say DEI. We're fighting for DEI. DEI has never benefited black folks. It benefited white women. We have to get on the ball. They have taken our struggle away. That's why we can elect black elected officials, put them in office, put them at the highest office of the nation, Barack Obama, and we couldn't even get an executive order on reparations. Think about that. That's why the Maryland governor vetoed the reparation bill. Our struggle is not even recognized within black politicians. And then when they get in, they fight for others harder than they fight for black people. Look at our communities. Just look at our communities. Racism has nothing to do with the conditions of our communities when we have black elected officials, black commissioners, black police commissioners, black city councils, black board of ed. Our struggle have been hijacked. They use our pain and our emotions to get elected. When are we going to understand the meaning of insanity? When you keep voting for the same people and expecting a different result, and then allow them to blame the white man and to blame Republicans when there's no Republican or basically white people in the city government or elected in the city. That's a sign of insanity that black people are insane. And we need at this point to call them out or have a real honest conversation with our elected officials. If you're not going to go in there with a black agenda, then why should black people vote for you? Again, our struggle has been hijacked. And our reaction is emotional, not logical. And if you don't really believe what I'm saying, just look at the conditions of our community. How are you going to blame Republicans when there's no Republican in the city government? There's barely a white person in black communities in city government. So how are you blaming a Republican? How are you blaming the white man? When the one that looks like you in the mayor's seat, in the city council seat, is the one doing you dirty. As Malcolm said, we have been tricked. We have been hoodwinked. We have been bamboozled. And many a times it's by people who look like us. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Please share. This is Black Westchester Magazine, blackwestchester.com, the publisher's desk. And I'm Damon K. Jones. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay blacktastic. Peace out.
Appreciate you taking the time to engage with real conversations, real issues, and real perspectives that matter to Black America. Stay connected, stay informed, and as always, we'll see you next time at the publisher's desk. It's going to be blacktastic. If you're serious about political clarity and independent thinking, this is for you. The Political Thought Bundle includes 3 full books, all personally signed. Democrats and Republicans, The Ultimate Gangbangers, breaks down how the two-party system operates like a legalized street war for power. Emotional Politics, Logical Failure exposes how emotion has replaced strategy in Black political engagement. Tolerance is for Coward lays out a blueprint for extended policing and community-led public safety rooted in outcomes rather than slogans. 3 signed books. One bundle, $60. That's a $75 value. And you're getting signed copies included. This isn't left versus right. It's results versus rhetoric. Go to twosteppublishing.com and secure your signed Political Thought Bundle today. It's going to be blacktastic. For more than a century, Black America built its own economy under segregation, under discrimination, and under conditions most people today cannot imagine. We built businesses. We built banks. We bought land and property. In The Forgotten Blueprint, Damon K. Jones reveals how Black communities created thriving economic systems from 1800 to 1965 and why that blueprint still matters today. This book challenges the idea that our future depends on politics alone and shows how ownership, family, and enterprise once powered Black prosperity. The blueprint is not lost. We just stopped using it. The Forgotten Blueprint, how Black America built its own economy from 1800 to 1965. On sale now at Two-Step Publishing and Amazon. Black Westchester Magazine has been giving our community a voice, reporting the stories others ignore, holding power accountable, and making sure the truth about our communities is told by us. But independent Black media only survives when the community supports it. If you believe in real journalism, community accountability, and keeping Black voices strong in local news, we need your help. Your donation helps us continue covering the stories that matter: politics, education, justice, and economic empowerment right here in Westchester. Support Black media, support Black truth, support Black Westchester Magazine. Donate today and help keep Black media alive. Because Black-owned independent media is blacktastic. Black Westchester Magazine presents People Before Politics, the Sunday Rundown, every Sunday at 6 p.m. on YouTube. Join Damon K. Jones, A.J. Woodson, and Larnez Kinsey as they break down the biggest stories in politics, culture, and community from a Black point of view. No spin, no party loyalty, just logic, accountability, and outcomes. If it impacts Black America, we're talking about it. Tap in, subscribe, set your reminder. This Sunday at 6 p.m. is going to be blacktastic.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.